The Consumer Theory on the Diamond versus Water Paradox by Alexander Mann. So, what is consumer theory? According to Investopedia, it is the study concerning how people decide what to spend their money on, given their preferences and their constraints. This brings us to our main topic, the paradox between diamonds and water, otherwise known as the paradox of value. When we speak of the paradox between the two, we're talking about the value of both objects. Broadly speaking, water is more useful than diamonds in terms of survival. However, diamonds have a higher price in the market. The thought had originated in the philosopher Plato's book, Euthydemus, but Adam Smith also pondered about this paradox as well. However, if we were to analyze this paradox, it becomes crystal clear as water why choosing either one isn't wrong. In looking at the labor theory of value, we must examine the term value. Value has two different meanings, value in use and value in exchange. Value in use is what water represents. It has the greatest value in being used, while diamonds, on the other hand, have little to no value in being used. However, diamonds have the greatest value in exchange, whereas water has little to no value in exchange. Bluntly speaking, water is useful in order to survive, but cannot be exchanged for many things. On the other hand, diamonds can be exchanged for many things, but isn't useful in order to survive. Ultimately, the two different meanings of value suggested that values of goods are measured in terms of labor, where water is easily created and found, while diamonds are harder to create and find. However, this theory was soon debunked when people suggested that what if there was a perfectly carved diamond found in a mine? Would it be sold for a lower price than a diamond that went through refining? This all leads to the discovery of subjective value, where cost does not drive price, but the other way around. A diamond is not valuable because it comes from a valuable land, mined with difficulty or used expensive machinery to shape the diamond. It is valuable because people enjoy wearing the jewelry. Individuals will obtain diminishing levels of satisfaction or marginal utility from acquiring additional units of a good. They will at first prioritize obtaining goods they need the most, such as water or food. But once their need for food is satisfied to an extent, their desire for other goods will start to become their priority. According to Eugen von Böhm-Bawerk, an Austrian economist, marginal utility was described as a farmer who has 5 sacks of grain. The first bag was used to make bread for him to survive. The second bag was also made for bread, but for him to be strong enough to work. The third bag was used for his cattle. The fourth, whiskey to drink. And the fifth, to feed pigeons. If the farmer lost one bag, he would not reduce each activity by a fifth, but just stop feeding the pigeons. Only when he loses 4 bags will the farmer eat less, since it is his most productive use of grain. It is worth his life. In conclusion, it is not the value of the total amount of water or diamond that sets the price, but the value of each additional unit of water and diamonds. Anything after 1 unit of water is worth less to people because there is a large supply of water in our world. However, an additional unit of a diamond is greater in value than an additional unit of water since there is a low supply of diamonds.